We are taught that human history is a messy, organic progression. Empires rise, natural disasters strike, and societies slowly evolve through trial and error. But the data suggests a different reality, a world where every plague, every fallen empire, and every global cataclysm is actually scheduled. This is the Archaix composite chronology, mapping 62 dates and over 300 major historical events. When plotted together, these seemingly random points snap into a rigid mathematical grid. History fitting a rigid grid implies a managed environment triggered by the clock rather than organic evolution. In this system, the architects manage the population through periodic reboots. Whenever human awareness reaches a critical threshold, the simulation initiates a routine to clear the cache, wiping out advanced civilizations and dropping the survivors back to a baseline state of amnesia. Humanity remains trapped so long as this chronological code remains hidden. Without the ability to read these patterns, we remain unprepared for the system's next scheduled reset. The simulation operates on precise gears, beginning with the Anunnaki Nur. This 600-year management cycle dictates major historical shifts and governs the system's longest development phases. The absolute starting point for this record is the Nemesis Cataclysm of 5239 BCE, the event that established the physical parameters of our current reality. This planetary model illustrates the year 4639 BCE, exactly 600 years after the Nemesis event. This marks the moment Earth was captured and locked into a mathematically precise orbit around our current sun. Another 600 years later, in 4039 BCE, the system added a final component. The Moon was brought into orbit to function as a hollowed planetoid, an observation deck designed to monitor the human inmates from above. Our celestial environment follows a strict timetable. Every major celestial body was positioned as part of a deliberate engineering project to create a managed quarantine zone. In 3439 BCE, the system's physical engineers, the Anunnaki, descended to manage the population directly. These overseers enforced compliance by instituting technolithic building projects and implementing strict day count systems to track the simulation's progressing timelines. The records from 2239 BCE document the Great Flood as a deliberate orchestration. It was a programmed reset that cleared the human cache and dropped survivors back to a baseline state of awareness. The primary weapon for these resets is the Phoenix phenomenon. This automated protocol triggers a destructive transit across the Earth on a rigid, mathematical 138-year cycle. Architects at Giza built the Great Pyramid as a massive technolithic chronometer. Its rectilinear measurements are designed specifically to track and predict the mathematics of the 138-year Phoenix cycle. Isolating these repeating mathematical dates reframes history. Global cataclysms are revealed as deliberate acts of population control, executed by the simulation according to a fixed schedule. Fast-forwarding through the millennia shows these cycles converging. The final 600-year Anunnaki Nur chronology completed its cycle in 1962 CE. This interlocking dial system shows the 600-year Anunnaki and 138-year Phoenix cycles interacting. These overlapping algorithms are converging on our decade. The gears indicate the next major nodal interface. In May 2040, the system triggers the catastrophic return of the Phoenix weapon. The 2040 reset subroutine involves extreme physical changes. The sun will darken, and violent crustal displacement will cause the world's oceans to slip out of their basins. This is followed immediately by the return of the Nemesis X object in November 2046, a secondary protocol designed to cull surviving populations. The simulation has a hard-coded endpoint. The algorithms predict a total collapse of the artificial containment field in the year 2178 CE. The Archaix timeline functions as a live countdown. It forces a decision: recognize the patterns in the data or wait for the system to execute its final scheduled reboot.